It says we are live. We are on the air. Can everybody hear us and see us? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you can hear us and see us. I know there's a little bit of a delay usually, but I'm sure they'll catch up with us.
Yep. I hope so. The chat's on. Where's my buddies? Can you hear us?
I see Jack Kelly, Christy Kelly, Larry Ryan, Craig Kassler, Bill Moore. Awesome.
Angel. Yeah.
Yeah, excited.
And, Bob Miller will probably be over in a few minutes. He's always running a bit late. But I don't see the chat.
Jack Kelly says, he says, we see ya. Craig says, hi Jackson, hi Len, Bill. Christy, good to see ya.
Kathy says, yes, I can. We can hear you. Awesome.
Alrighty, let's go to work. So, I don't really have to introduce these guys. I think everybody knows who they are, and I can tell you that I've done some of their workshops. I've worked with them before in the past, and they're just awesome. And I love these guys, and we can all learn something from them. So I'm just going to let them take it away, guys. Tell us what you're up to. Justice and Adam, take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's awesome to be on here, Len. It's been really great getting to know you, bud. Seeing you at different events. I know we've had some conversations, talked business, talked marketing, talked all kinds of stuff, right? And so it's just great to see what you're doing with this lunch with Len. Great to see you getting a regular attendance on here. I mean, it's great watching you step into your greatness and your role as a leader. And it's really been a pleasure watching it from afar, and it's an honor for Adam and I to jump on today with you and share with the audience.
Yeah, absolutely. I just second that. Thanks so much, Len, for having us on here on your lunch with Len. What a great name for a webinar training series, and for a hangout like this. And we're honored to be here, and I'll just second that again. It's been awesome to see you grow and provide value to the industry the way that you're doing.
Well, I really appreciate those comments, guys. So let's jump right in. Tell us what you're up to. We got new videos up there. I watched the video yesterday. It was absolutely incredibly awesome, full of content. Really loved it.
Well, we're excited. We appreciate the feedback and the kind words. Adam and I, for those of you who don't know, Adam and I have been doing challenge-style accountability programs for the home business industry for, I guess it's a couple of years that we've been doing them together, right, Adam? Adam was the guy that made it all possible. He reached out to me, brought me on these challenges with him. He had done one or two before, and we did a challenge last year during this time. We came off a 100-day challenge in the middle of 2014, and we know where everybody's mind is at this year. We're looking to take our businesses to the next level in 2015. We've been working really hard on ourselves, on growing, and we just really were ready to bring some challenge style information back into the marketplace. And so we put together a really awesome 4-part video series, right, Adam?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the challenges that home business owners face is a lot of times they can feel very isolated, very alone, and they're not really sure if what they're doing is the right thing. So then they get they get inundated with information, and then they're constantly distracted. And one of the things that we do is we try our best to make it as simple as possible, because it really is. It's simple. It's not as complicated than a lot that success in the home business industry is not as complicated as a lot of people make it out to be. But you just have to focus on the right activities, and a lot of people, myself included and Justice included, we've come from a world of being employees where you get paid for time spent, and that's not the way it is here. You get paid in this industry for producing results, not for not for time. So just putting in time and being busy and, you know, avoiding the activities that are going to cause you to stretch and grow is what a lot of people do, and that's why, you know, that's why they don't get the results. In our, you know, our programs, we show you how to, you know, keep it simple, focus on the activities that are gonna get you results, and, you know, that's what we do.
Yeah, I mean, we've had the good fortune of having over 500 students go through our challenges now, and, you know, some of them have become, you know, big-time networkers, sought-after speakers, trainers, marketers. You know, some people went from knowing nothing to creating full-time, like, big-time incomes in the industry. And, you know, we have a student that even became a #1 recruiter that really felt he was floundering before having, you know, been exposed to what we teach in these challenges. And again, the information gets better and better each time because we grow, we learn from our students, you know, what helps them, how they receive the information. But what has made these challenges so successful is, you know, the fact that, like Adam said, people are used to being in school, they're used to coming from an employee, you know, a place of employment where they're kind of, you know, conditioned with an employee mindset. And these challenges and this style of training kind of meets people where they're at in the middle. It's very assignment driven, you know, it's very step by step. So we use the phrase commit to the process, and that's because we lay out a process. You're not just out there alone, right? And so we lay out a process, and the people that follow it the most closely are the people that get the biggest results, plain and simple. And so we're excited in this video series, which we'll let everybody know about in just a moment. In this video series, we're actually including downloads as you go, so that you can take these downloads and follow along with the videos. We've got an incredible private Facebook group with bonus training that we just put a video up there today on, you know, on how to create a vision board, on how to properly write affirmations, and do all these things, because right now we're laying the foundation for people to get mentally ready for success, you know, to work that mindset. And then, not to get, you guys are going to get a little sneak peek here, okay? Then in video 2, we're going to start to go into the actual activities that you have to participate in. So if you haven't jumped in the video series yet, okay, highly recommended so that you can stay caught up with us, you know, commit to this process that's worked for so many. Now, I know Len's got a link if you want to grab the 3-part video series. You know, Adam and I, I'm sure, can share some other insight, you know, as to what's really helped students, what can help you in your home business. And then if you have any questions, we're watching the thread. We see everybody, you know, Chris, Kathy, Jack, Bob, you know, Craig. If you guys have questions, anything you want us to answer, be sure to pop it in there. And if you've watched video 1 in the series already, let us know, you know, what your biggest takeaway was and how you liked it. So maybe, Len, why don't you give everybody a link in the chat to the video series so that those that are maybe literally on their lunch break here, you know, can you know, take part in what we've got going on here. You know, just challenge yourself, guys. Follow the process in this video series. You know, this is all about making 2015 your dream year. And, you know, before I turn it back over to Adam, I'm going to do what people say I have a knack for doing. Some people like it and some don't. And that is really kind of giving some tough love and holding your feet to the fire. And, you know, we're a week into 2015 here. And I'm not huge for New Year's resolutions, you know, and the idea of, you know, thinking there's a certain time to do something. Now is the time, always, you know. But, you know, I've got to ask you, what are you going to do differently this year? You know, because if we're going to increase results this year, if we're going to make transformation in life, business, all those different things, we have to change who we're being. That's the bottom line. And, you know, that's where this video series starts. It starts in pushing you to change who you're being, how you're thinking, so that you can start to then move forward into the activities. Because I assure you, all the training in the world isn't going to help you if you're not ready to make changes and improve in all those areas, starting now and ending really never. You know what I mean? It's a constant process.
I just put up a link in the chat. I'm gonna echo what you're saying. You know, for many people, I started into the home-based business about 3 years ago, and Am I allowed to use the word overwhelmed? We've been told to get that out of our vocabulary, so I'm going to use it once and then put it away forever, because I know in the beginning I didn't know what to do first, second, or third, and that's one of the things that you guys really are very, very good at, is taking us by the hand in these challenges and guiding us through the next step. What's first? What's second? What's third? What do you need to be focused on? And then holding our feet to the fire, being accountable. So that's one of the things that I got out of the challenges. I'm hoping. Oh, there's the link. Sorry about that, folks. There's the link. This is the link to the free video series. I'll just make sure you watch these videos. I'll shut up now.
No. I mean, by all means, and I'm glad that's the way you see it, Len. That's the way the training works. And we love to hold you accountable, but maybe Adam can touch on this. You know, the power of group accountability, right?
Yeah, for sure. You know, when I started when I got started in my business, and I mentioned this in video 1 in the series. When I got started, you know, I was about 6 months into my business. I hadn't made any money yet. I was spending a lot of money trying to make it work, and I got involved in a challenge, and for the first time I was kind of part of a group. They actually put us in groups of 3. And it was really the first time that I started actually masterminding with other people, not just being talked at by by a webinar or a training video, but actually got to interact with other people. And then I realized that I was, the fear and the some of the things that I was encountering of starting a home business, I wasn't the only one who was experiencing it. It was a common thing, and that really helped. And for the first time, I didn't feel so alone. I had other people that I could bounce ideas off of. And like Robert Kiyosaki, big time business and financial education proponent and author. He says that business and investing are team sports. Like, don't go it alone, right? So, partnering up with people like Justice and, partnering up with people. That's how you should be approaching business. Is you should be interacting with other people that are. It's like Bob Clark talks about, like you're going through the jungle, right? You leave the safety of the pasture to go into the jungle, and when you go into the jungle, you get beat up a little bit. You get scrapes and bruises, and through that process, through getting beat up a little bit, you develop thick skin. But another thing that happens in the jungle is you start to meet other people that are going along the same path, and you say, hey, you're doing this too. You're going through the same thing I'm going through. Why don't we team up? Why don't we put our heads together and see how we can really move forward together and provide value and partner up. So don't go it alone. That's one of the biggest things that we teach is accountability and masterminding with other people who are going through the same process.
Yeah, we talked about this the other night on a mastermind with some high-end coaching clients, Adam. That a lot of times people think that, like, home business has, the network marketing or home business, that there's a lot of naysayers or haters or any of that kind of, those kind of people out there. And the reality is it's funny because when you're in, the MLM environment and, you feel like people maybe, aren't understanding you or saying things behind your back or whatever the emotion is. The reality is, if you go out there and you study any great entrepreneur, you read any book on entrepreneurship, you go listen to the Richard Bransons, the Donald Trumps of the world, all these different people, what they're going to tell you about doing something even when everybody thinks you're crazy, about pushing in the face of the naysayers, about being ready to deal with, ridicule and all these different things, right? See, that is really an experience of the entrepreneur, and not just the entrepreneur, but anybody who wants to reach for something better, anybody who wants to become something better, anybody who wants to step into their greatness and wants more out of life. So the fact of the matter is, no matter what business model you're in, even though everybody seems to attach these things to being a network marketer, no matter what kind of entrepreneurship you're in, you're going to experience that out in the world. And a lot of times it's hard to find someone who you feel supported by initially, who you get encouragement from initially. And we were joking on the call the other night, all the digital relationships that we have, there's a few people, Adam is one of them, and I have a few other people that we're constantly making a 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. call, just kind of like bouncing stuff off each other, because a lot of people don't understand what it is to have that drive, that passion to want to live in a place that's more than just what the world has told you should accept. And so getting into a group, getting in that group environment, and being around that overall energy of just all those people that think and live like that. I mean, I hate the cliche of like-minded, right? Because everybody uses it in bad prospecting pitches. I'm looking for like-minded people, but but truly, I mean, like-minded people getting in that environment where that energy that energy and support and encouragement can change the way you approach business. And that's why we love this so much. That's why we added a temporary access to a Facebook group during this video series so that people could get in there, get bonus training, get around people, get excited, fill out the goal-setting worksheet that we talk about in video 1, and we've got another downloaded video 2. Can't tell you what it is yet, but we have another downloaded video 2 for people to work with. And then to be in that group environment, you just can't beat it. I mean, it really is a formula for success if you want to make big things happen in your business.
Well, that's, I really love that, Justice. That's all absolutely true. And I think for me, I know, and I know for a lot of other people, we're sitting at home alone, we're pounding on our computer, we're trying to figure out how to make things happen, and it can be a really lonely world. So having a group to interact with, having people to help you, having accountability, and you're right. It's not only true of network marketing or home-based business. It's true in any business. I mean, if I'm running a McDonald's, I'm at the top. I'm alone.
Yep.
So these kinds of programs are just huge. And things like Lunch with Len. I mean, we get together a couple of times a week and we chat about what's going on. I hope it helps everybody. They keep coming back, so it must be doing something.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I see you got a first-time visitor today in Kathy, so welcome, Kathy. Excited to see that the crowd around Lunch with Len here is growing. I think I think what you're doing here, Len, is really, really unbelievable.
You know what? I got to tell you too. We are international today. We have a gentleman here from England, and so Kathy's in Florida. Of course, I'm in California. You guys, I know Adam's you're in Colorado, right, Adam?
Yep.
And
then Justice, I'm not sure where you are. You're on the East Coast, but then.
Yeah, I'm in New Jersey.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I've been in New Jersey too. I know where it is
right now. Yeah.
And then Mark's over in England, so we're spanning the globe.
Hey, welcome from England. It's awesome. One thing I kind of wanted to share that I think could really provide some value here, and this is something that I plan to talk about in one of the weeks in the upcoming Dream Your Challenge coaching program. I've got a couple programs that I go through about once a year at this time. And one of them is a program from Mark Hoverson called Solomon CEO, and he talks about what he calls the law of inescapable exertion, and that what he says is that we all have to work anyway, right? It's like we all have to work, with very, very few exceptions of inheritances and stuff, but the likelihood is that if you're on here, that's not you, and it's not us. So it's like you're going to have to work hard in life anyway. So why not work hard at something that can inspire other people, and that can really provide that can bring people together, and that can make you. I mean, because this business. I mean, I feel, and I know Justice is the same way. I mean, we feel we get a lot of gratitude from doing this kind of work, and we get a lot of and it's challenging. It definitely is challenging, and we've been through a tough road to get to where we're at. But the reality is that Yeah, sure, Mark. I'll repeat that. It's called the law of inescapable exertion. It basically says that your life is gonna require energy. It's going to require exertion. It's like, are you going to be? You can either be kind of exerted upon, right, in like a in a job, in the kind of a crushing way that a lot of people are, or you can exert yourself through leadership and through becoming a leader. And if you can do that, then the world is yours. You can write your own check, really, because the world is hungry for real leadership. And leadership is something, good economy, bad economy, it really doesn't matter. There will always be a market for leaders and people who can step up and say, hey, follow me. Like we're gonna get this done. I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna do it. Just follow me. So it's like, just back to this, and then I'm gonna cut it off here. Is that you're gonna have to work hard anyway. Why not choose to work hard on becoming a leader, benefiting the lives of other people, and contributing to in a big way to to yourself and to others.
Yeah, no doubt. Adam, in the comment thread here, I saw one of our commenters talk about being scared of maybe a new venture, or committing to this process in particular that we lay on the video series, maybe, or whatever it is. And you mentioned in video one, when you're talking about goal setting, attaching pleasure to things, and that pleasure has to outweigh the fear or pain of doing the activities, and maybe you could talk about that for just a minute, and talk about why it is, we have to focus on the pleasure of the experience that we're going for, or that, or what we're trying to accomplish, in order to maybe keep our eye or our time, away from focusing on that fear or that pain.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the reality is that as human beings, we are, everything that we do is either to move towards pleasure or move away from pain, and starting any new venture, or acquiring a new set of skills, it's scary. There's going to be fear there. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to do, if you want to have something that you've never had before, you've got to do something that you've never done before. And it's going to require, it's going to be, slightly painful. Going through that process is going to be painful. So unless you can get really clear on the pleasure that you're going to experience by what's on the other side, by the rewards that it's going to, and what it's going to look like for you. Get specific on how, by hitting this goal, by getting to where I want to go, how specifically am I going to benefit? And then how specifically are other people going to benefit by me hitting this goal? And get clear on what that looks like and the pleasure that you're going to experience on the other side, because going through the process is going to be painful, and unless you can get clear on what the pleasure and what the good side is going to look like, then the pain of going through the process is going to stop you dead in your tracks.
Yeah, no doubt. Awesome.
That's really great stuff. We did either 3 or 4 Lunch with Len sessions on planning next year, setting our goals for 2015, defining who we are, figuring out what our mission in life is, and we did a lot of pretty heavy stuff in December. And I got to tell you, for me, it was a marvelous process to go through. One of my goals for 2015, Adam, you got to stay healthy, buddy, because I'm coming to go skiing with you.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I mean, that's on the goal sheet for 2015.
Wow.
I'm skiing.
Where do you want to go?
I don't. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. Vail's fine. I don't care. Anywhere you want to go. I'm going to put the link up again. And does anybody have any questions they'd like to ask? I can also open up the Q&A. Whoop! It says the feature's disabled. Well, I guess we won't have Q&A today then.
We can do the questions right out of the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd encourage everybody to grab this video series. I think it's probably going to be, when it's all said and done, I'm confident it's probably the best free material that we've ever put together, right, Adam?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, there's loads of value in the video series, and we've only really released video 1 so far. So
I can't wait.
Lots of value to come, in the video series as well as in the Facebook group, which you'll get access to, as part of the video series.
Hey, Adam. There
Yo.
you go. Comment back from Mark that the French Alps are nice. Have you ever been to Chamonix?
No, I have not.
Woo! Chamonix. There's where we're going.
Cool.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody have any questions?
St. Martin's. Wow. You guys all.
You're up. Yeah. I've skied Chamonix. I got to tell you, put it on your bucket list, Adam. It's a once in a lifetime experience.
Cool. Wow. That's awesome.
You get 1 ski run a day.
I've heard of places like that.
Yeah. Chamonix it's the largest.
You ski through like villages and stuff, right? Like little mountain, like European mountain villages. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
All right. Anybody else have anything? Adam, Justice, got anything to add?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any questions here. So.
Yeah, I mean, I just close it out by saying, let's. How do I put this? You're capable of so much more than you know you're capable of, and there really is never going to be a perfect time to go for it. There's never going to feel like a perfect time to take action or to take risk or any of those things. And we're gonna help you in this video series lay a foundation about both what you need to do from a mindset standpoint, and then the daily activities you need to participate in to make sure that you run a profitable home business. And from there, you'll have everything you need to get out and really change things for yourself this year, whatever it is you want, whether you're taking a home business income and increasing it dramatically, whether you're creating a home business income for the first time. There is so much opportunity right at our fingertips, and you guys, I'm telling you, believe in yourself. That is, if you can make the mental shift to knowing that it's possible, there's no limitation in what you can accomplish. So, I really hope that you grab the video series. I really hope that you enjoy the video series. Craig just said video series 1 was awesome. Can't wait for the others. You guys rock. I hope that you guys, really embrace the information in that series, and I'd like to know sometime down the road from some of you that it was a catalyst for you and helped you push forward and really accomplish what you want.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I'll just close by saying, and Len, while I'm talking here, you might want to just pop that link in there one more time.
I'm going to pop it into the chat one more time, but just so everybody knows, when we close, I'm going to also redirect. So you will
that's right.
Directly to the video series. Get signed up for them. I promise you didn't have to get your wallets out today. Put your wallet away. This is just incredible stuff from these guys. So grab it. Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, I would just say, if you really want to make this a transformational year, then like we say, commit to the process. Don't resist the process. A lot of people that fail in this industry over and over again, they resist the process. So commit to the process and just make a firm decision. Like make a firm decision that this is it. This is what I do. Start thinking of yourself as this is what you do. You're a marketer. You're a home business marketer. You're a professional entrepreneur. And when you can really wrap your mind around that and make the decision that this is what I do. This is my future. Then a lot of really cool things can happen as a result. So make that decision and commit to the process, and we can help you with a lot of the details along the way.
Awesome.
All right, you guys rock. I'm going to hit the redirect button unless I see anything else coming in. Thank you guys for being here. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, Len.
Thanks for all you do, Len. Thanks for being such a good example of, people that are really coming up and doing great things in this industry. And we really appreciate the fact that you took some of the things that you've learned, that we put out in the marketplace, and you applied them. And that means so much to us. I mean, that is something that, we know that what we're doing is getting in the right people's hands, and that people are getting out there and applying it. And I mean, look at what you got going on here with Lunch with Len. It's just amazing. So keep doing what you're doing, bud. And we're honored to have had the opportunity to come on and share today.
Well, I got to tell you too. Mark Hoverson is one of my favorite characters in life. I really love that guy, and Solomon's CEO is one of my favorite things. But I also got to tell you that you, Mark, and several people, keep driving at the idea that speed of implementation. And if there's one thing that I'm going to leave this audience with as I redirect them, it is speed of implementation. If you go watch a video today, implement it tomorrow. You got a day or two, and it's gone if you haven't used it, and it's gone if you haven't taught it. So you guys agree with that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So go for it. Go for it. It's only the rest of your life.
Have a great day, guys.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here goes the redirect. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Okay. In principle, everybody is gone. I don't know that. I don't know that. I hit the redirect button.
Why don't you just stop the broadcast at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Len. That was great.